One of India's most formidable weapons, the made-in-India BrahMos supersonic cruise missile that already happens to be operational with the Indian Armed Forces, is all set to be part of the biggest ever Indian export contract. A $450 million export deal of BrahMos missiles is about to be signed between India and Indonesia. Very, very significant export deal just 2 years after India debuted the BrahMos export with Philippines. It's a big, big message to you-know-who. Take a look. One of the world's most formidable weapons, the made-in-India BrahMos supersonic cruise missile. Developed with Indo-Russian tech, but built only in Bharat. The BrahMos is already fully operational with India's three armed forces, from the Navy to the Army to the Air Force. And now, the BrahMos is all set to spread its wings even wider. 2 years after India exported the BrahMos for the first time to the Philippines, India is on the verge of finalizing an even bigger BrahMos missile export deal, this time with Indonesia. Sources reveal that Indonesia's defense ministry is negotiating a $450 million deal to give its military BrahMos muscle. Buzz over the upcoming deal comes right before the Indonesian President arrives in India as chief guest for the Republic Day celebrations this month. According to highly placed sources, India is offering Indonesia a loan through the State Bank of India to fund the multi-million-dollar deal. The potential deal marks a continuation of India's push to establish itself as a major player in the global defense export market, a flagship effort under the Modi government's Atmanirbharta push. Indonesia's interest in the BrahMos missile system aligns with its growing defense modernization efforts and regional security considerations, especially in view of an increasingly aggressive China and maritime disputes with countries in that region. As a nation with vast territorial waters and strategic choke points like the Malacca Strait, Indonesia could use the BrahMos to bolster its deterrence posture against maritime incursions and protect critical sea lanes of communication. The BrahMos missile's speed, precision and versatility make it ideal for neutralizing surface threats, including hostile naval vessels or incoming aggressors in contested waters. Additionally, deploying the BrahMos system would demonstrate Indonesia's hard stance on regional disputes, particularly in the South China Sea.
It will definitely bolster the modernization of defense forces of Indonesia. It will strengthen their defenses. It will strengthen their coastal defenses. And best thing about BrahMos is that it can be fired from land, air and sea.
If announced during the Indonesian President's visit this month, the deal would underscore the deepening bilateral relations between the two nations and India's commitment to expanding its footprint in the global defense market. This would also reinforce India's position as a reliable partner for defense tech and exports, especially in the Indo-Pacific region. Other countries known to be at various stages of discussion with India to procure the BrahMos missile include Vietnam, Brazil and Malaysia.
And after Philippines, Indonesia happens to be the second ASEAN country to which India will be selling BrahMos missiles. And this expanding realm of India's exports to these nations are truly in tune with its call to make for the world. This is Shivani Sharma with camera person Prem Chand for India Today from New Delhi.
So the BrahMos is a formidable weapon, and after Philippines, India is all set to sign a deal to supply it to Indonesia. That exclusive report was filed by India Today's defense correspondent Shivani Sharma, who joins me live. Shivani, no coincidence that the Indonesian president is going to be the chief guest at this year's Republic Day. Usually these deals do come up right around such high-profile diplomatic visits. How close are we to an announcement? Because these discussions have been going on for a while now.
Shiv, you are absolutely right in pointing out that this visit by the Indonesian president is also very important in terms of closing the discussions between India and Indonesia for these BrahMos missiles. And these discussions started on a similar visit in 2020, Shiv, when the defense minister of Indonesia had visited India and he held some discussions with Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. There were certain budgetary constraints then, but a solution has been found. And very soon what we are hearing from our sources is that not only discussions will be done, the final discussions that we may say, and also an announcement can come along with the visit of Indonesian president to India when he comes as a chief guest on the occasion of Republic Day.
Shivani, great report. Thanks very much for that input.